My banksters, welcome to the bank. You are here with the teller, rob the bank. Follow me as I follow money. Let's dive deep. Scratch them palms, baby. And get rich. We are looking at Grant Cardone, another Grant Cardone and DJ Vlad video. So let's go ahead and just jump into it and see what he's talking about.
Well, you filed a $100 million defamation suit against former T-Mobile CEO John Legere?
Leisure.
Leisure, sorry. How's that going?
It's going. It's going to be a process.
Okay, so it hasn't been thrown out. It's going forward.
Him and his people put in a motion to dismiss. That was denied yesterday.
What exactly did he say about you?
Well, you can hear, you can listen to the clip.
What can you give me an overview?
He defamed my name, my brand, my family. He damaged my businesses, my trust amongst the community. But I'm not going to repeat what he said. And this is what he's banking on, by the way. In fact, he even said that. You will never sue me because you don't want what I said about you played over and over and over again. And I said, well, you seem to not understand technology, because what you just said about me, if it gets picked up by any of the clickbaiters, Vlad TV, or the likes, and gets replayed over and over, there will be billions of dollars of damages.
I actually found the quote. Do you want me to say it out loud or no?
You say whatever you want. It's your show.
So he called you the biggest bullshit artist on the planet.
Yeah. That's not all. It
There's
gets
more.
It gets way worse.
Yeah.
He called me a pedophile.
Wait, he calls you a pedophile?
Thousands of people.
Oh.
Tens of thousands of people have heard that. This has been played millions of times to millions of ears now.
Well, that's pretty serious.
Man, that's a serious allegation. And we just seen that just happen with Kendrick and Drake. So I wonder, is Drake gonna sue Kendrick for defamation as well? Because the interesting thing about defamation of character is even you can't say something even if it's true. It's the weird thing about defamation of character is if you defame somebody even if it's true. And I'm not saying Drake is a pedophile, and definitely not saying that Grant Cardone is a pedophile. All I'm saying is that when defamation suits it doesn't necessarily have to be true, or it can be true, but you saying it in such a way that it hurts their business, that it could somebody can sue you for it. So that's just
being called a bullshit artist is
no. He called me a con artist too, and doubled down on it over and over.
Huh?
Bullshit artist, con artist, and then said, I predict Grant Cardone will go to jail for fraud. Okay? He said that I had committed fraud on thousands of people multiple times.
Wow.
He said that I was living beyond my means, and he's never looked at any of my financials.
Huh.
This is a guy, CEO of T-Mobile.
Former CEO, right?
He has former CEO of T-Mobile, $143 billion company, was paid $300 million to leave. His education that you value so much is in accounting. So he is edified by people because of his accounting degree, and actually talked about how that was his strength. He had two strengths, accounting and marketing. Now, if you have a background in accounting, bro, and you've run a $143 billion firm, Vlad, okay, tens of thousands of employees, you know how net worth works, you know how financial statement works. You also know you cannot say what somebody's worth or not worth, or whether they're living beyond their means or not, without saying, oh, I've seen their finances.
Yeah.
On top of this, when you say that and your master is in accounting and your minor's in marketing, you have to know how much damage this is going to do.
Listen, I'm in your house right now. I have been to your office. I have.
Yeah, and I see what he's saying is if you're an accountant, you will have to see all of my finances to get there. So to kind of call me out and say all these different type of things. So this is interesting. This is definitely an interesting. I wonder what prompted him to say this. Uh, I really do, because a lot of times, somebody who's self-made, somebody who works a 9 to 5, the guy who's self-made boasts a little bit different. Like he can stand up, he can stand taller a little bit different. Like just being somebody who's a little bit more, somebody who is self-made in the sense of I actually went and I built a company and I built these different type of things which Grant has done. I'm not the CEO of a company. I didn't work for a company that was already built and I just worked for them. The mentalities are different. How they talk is different. How they act different. So I can see probably Grant was probably beating on his chest a little bit and the guy didn't like it. I don't know. I was not there. I don't even know much about the case. I'm just giving my 2 cents. That's all it is.
Never even considered you living beyond your means on any level. You have a whole compound, office compound in Miami. This is a $40 to $65 million home.
There's no debt on this house. By the way, he says I'm in too much debt. I'm going to lose my debt to the banks.
Right. You bought this in cash.
Yeah.
Right. I bought my house in cash. There's nothing like having a deed to your own
I
house.
bought Malibu in cash.
Yes. The other house you did. Okay.
So there's $105 million worth of properties paid for in cash. And but then he comes in and says, and he knows who's in this audience, by the way. He knows these are people that are considering investing with me, considering going to my conferences, that are partners with me in businesses. Okay, I have 189 licenses around the world in my name, and these people are all saying, "Dude, I had a guy that wanted to do business with me, and they heard the interview." Cardone Ventures does $125 million a year. We charge anywhere from 40 to 400 grand to consult a company. They're like, people withdrew because they heard this interview.
So you have actual damages.
My children have to hear their friends say, I heard that your daddy's a pedophile. Okay.
So you're suing for $100 million.
Oh, no less than $100 million in damages.
Okay.
And that's me personally. That's not our companies.
But would you settle for $50 million before it goes to court?
That's just ridiculous.
Because most.
That's crazy. Ain't no way. He's saying
Most of these things
he
that
wouldn't settle for no less than 100 million. Like that's what he's getting personally. But if he had to also and additionally add his companies, come on now, he's suing for close. I would say he probably gonna sue, and especially with cases like this. You're gonna posture and say he's gonna say something like $1.5 billion, something like that, because he makes just off one business alone. He makes 100 million. So I would say for good posture, you probably gonna say 1.5 or maybe 2 billion, and go from there. So that's interesting. That'd be an interesting way to see how the case plays out for sure. But that's sad. Yeah. Things like that are like serious allegations to really throw around at somebody, especially if it's not true. That's like a serious allegation because people get killed behind that, or I guess I have to say unalived. I guess whatever the fuck. But people get killed for that type of talk. When people say that type of stuff, people get killed for that. So that's a serious allegation. When you say that, when you open your mouth and say that, that's a serious allegation. So
there's way more than $100 million worth of damages here.
Okay. But you know that 95% of court cases never make it to court.
Do you know how many defamation cases have been won in the last 3 years?
No.
Yeah. And what they are? Look at Rudy's case.
Rudy Giuliani?
Yeah, look it up.
He lost.
What did he lose? Defamation.
It was million.
2 people with nothing. Look it up.
So how much Giuliani?
Yeah. Look at the Giuliani defamation case. owe you $100 too for the Michelle bet, right?
Exactly. I'll take
I'll
that.
bet you $100,000 I win this case. Upward, above
Yeah,
the
I'm
number.
not betting you $100,000. That is not
Above,
something I'm going
above
to
the
do.
number, by the way. What did Rudy get?
$148 million loss in his defamation case.
Yeah, that's right.
This is about
It's going to bankrupt
this is the
Rudy.
false claims about the voting fraud and stuff.
Yeah, 148, two people. They have no income.
Wow.
I'm one fucking guy with a big brand, big name. We do $650 million a year in revenue.
$650 million a year.
We have.
Wait,
listen to this.
hold on. We gotta slow down.
No.
You do
I sell out events. I sell
$650
out
million.
events with fucking 34,000 people in it. You think that some of this shit? You should play the clip and listen to it yourself.
Okay.
No, play it right now. Play the clip. Find the
clip
clip,
of-
and I want you to listen to it, and you tell me if you didn't know me and hadn't been in my house, met my kids, met my wife.
I haven't met your kids yet.
Okay,
I
met
met
my
your
wife
though.
Okay, if it would not affect you.
Grant, you are the biggest
Is this it?
bullshit artist on the planet. Okay, so I'll finish my statement. So Grant Cardone, who talks about being a recovering addict, and if you
Then he
look
calls me a
at
drug
his
addict.
posts, they are
Well, you are.
No,
I mean, you're not recovering, but you're a former drug addict. We talked about this.
constantly him holding wine and whiskey and everything else. So Grant, are
he's
you a recovering
basically
addict,
suggesting
or
I've
you just-
relapsed.
Oh, okay. I don't get that impression either. I haven't seen you do any drugs around me.
No. Basically, he's accusing me of some drug problem that I don't have. Again, he's damaging, defaming my reputation. He didn't go and do this. Not one thing. Watch how many things he hits on.
Well, let's play it.
And then even more so, I don't know, but how would he, like, does he see this? Is this a third party? Same with the Drake and Kendrick thing. How do they know this information is valid? Like, what's the proof of? Did you see Grant Cardone taking a bump? Like, did you see him knocking back whiskey shots and all this, or whatever drug he was using at the time? Did you see it? Do you have actual proof? Because that's different. If you have physical proof, that's different. But just saying this type of stuff and hurting somebody's business, it's a dirty part of the game, but it's a part of the game nonetheless. A lot of people do it, so.
It's a drunk.
I
It's a drama
had a
drunk.
drug problem. I never had a drinking problem.
Hey,
So this is you talking to him
Yeah,
on,
in a live
on
room.
a live room, yeah.
hey, Grant, how much of the world sees a bifurcation between a drug issue and an alcohol issue?
What do you know about addiction?
I know quite a bit.
I've never had a problem with alcohol.
You talk about my life and my recovery and the whole deal, but you're all drinking.
Yeah, I don't
So
have
what's the
a problem.
purpose?
Well, I think the world might have a problem with your story, Grant.
See, he's suggesting that I'm not trustworthy. This is he's going to get.
Why are you arguing with him in the first place? What led up
So
to this
what
argument?
happened was there was a Clubhouse. There was back during COVID. There was an app called Clubhouse.
No, it's still around. I just did one recently.
Yeah. But I mean, it was rocking, dude. There was fucking millions of people on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
So John and I would go into rooms and provide education, inspiration, answer questions. And it was very friendly. 2021 is extremely friendly. We raised a lot of money there together. And then something happened, dude, after the mandate of the vaccines.
Okay.
John was very pro-vaccine.
Which I am too.
Good. But were you out doing videos?
No. Well, yes,
in your
I
home.
was.
No.
I was,
Hang
yeah.
on a second. Were you doing videos as you cooked a meal in your home by yourself? Put your mask on, even when you're at home by yourself.
No, I never.
Thank you. Okay. Did you?
I'm not going to speak on the COVID. But what I will speak on is a video by yourself in your own home wearing a mask. Crazy. That's wild as hell.
You do videos of you running in the park by yourself with a mask on.
No,
Guys,
that's
do
silly.
your part.
That's silly.
Now, so we would debate these kind of things, okay? And I'd be like, dude, I ain't taking that fucking shot, okay? He fucking went fucking whack on it. It bothered him that I had an opinion. He claimed that I killed tens of millions of people because of my view.
Jeez.
So, and then something happened after that where it wasn't friendly anymore, and he started becoming he started defaming my name and my brand. That reached up to this point. I said, John, I texted him. I said, look, if you do this again, bro, I am going to stop you. So last warning. This is it. It's over after this. It's no more fun. Okay. And this happened.
Okay.
And then the courts have dismissed his motion or denied his motion to dismiss the case.
So it's going forward.
So the case, the courts clearly feel, there's something here.
Right. Well, you actually have the money to sue somebody like this. You're going to spend millions of dollars in this lawsuit, right? Over time?
Look,
Because it's going to take years for this to happen.
It's going to take whatever it takes.
Right.
Okay.
But in general, this is not something that happens in a few months.
Not only will he know how serious I am about this, but every fucking YouTuber, clickbaiter, podcaster, troll out there, I'm just warning everybody right now.
I remember in our last interview, you were talking about suing a whole bunch of
Grant Cardone will not stop here.
Okay.
Just watch me from the last fucking 30 years and doing what I say I'm going to do.
Hey man, one thing you can't take away is if the man has a track record of doing what he say he gonna do. Hey, get your popcorn ready, because at this point he about to put that work in. But regardless of all that, I think that's come on. That's a lot. That's a heavy allegation to throw around, man. People die behind these words, man. Nipsey died behind calling somebody a snitch. People die behind these words, man. People die behind these reputation destroyers, man, and that's a serious allegation, saying he's a pedophile, or he's a relapsed drug offender, man, or he's someone who abuses alcohol and touches children, man. That's a serious allegation. But what I really want to point out is that this is a dirty part of the game of business, is that when you get into lawsuits and cease and desist and defamation of character and all these different type of things, majority, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 60%. I'll just say this: a large chunk of money that's being made is legal. People fighting suits and pursuing cases and things like that, lawsuits, and it's a lot of money that's being that's transferred just through lawsuits alone, man. So it's a dirty part of the game of trying to. I heard one person was saying that there's usually not a point to getting a patent, because a patent is only as good as the ability that you can defend it. And if you don't have deep pockets to be able to defend your patent, it makes no sense. It's not really a point to get a patent. If you can't defend your patent, it's not really a point to spend the money on getting a patent. And it's kind of the same thing. If you ain't got deep pockets for a lawyer, like Vlad pointed out, that it's going to take years to win this case. It's not really a point to pursuing it. But obviously, Grant has the money to be able to pursue this case and can and potentially win it. So it should be interesting to see what comes from it. So, catch me on the next one. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't really take much notes from this. It wasn't really many notes to take from this. So catch me on the next one. Let's update our software so our hardware can run more efficiently. Let's continuously follow the money. Let's dive deeper and get richer. Catch me on the next episode. I'm out.